Because, like, Mr. T was just playing and I thought they were going to play again. Okay. Alright, great. So WildCard actually is a pretty good player. Well, let me take those words back. He seemed good when I fought him. Although I did 2-0 him. Just saying. So, we're going to see another match here, no doubt, between WildCard and Mr. Rennie. WildCard is a competent player. I think he does understand some stuff about the game, which is always a good thing, right? You really want people to understand what the game is. I need to alt-tab and read Twitch chat. What if something important was said? Rennie is fighting WildCard. Thanks. See, look, I'm glad you guys understand this more than I do. Great. Fantastic. A whole 12 viewers. That's what we want to see. So I have to alt-tab out of StarCraft, which, you know, I don't have a second monitor, but I also like to have brightness. Okay, so here we have WildCard. Raiders, so both Protoss, Ease, and a Swarm, and he gets the Swarm, 33% chance. So a bit lucky. So he's going with Swarm. Yeah. No, this is Rennie! I lied. He went Dominion Swarm Infested. Both Zergs and a Terran, and he got the Zergs. So, Swarm. Woohoo. Is this another? Okay, we see. And he went with the Wild... Oh, he didn't go with... for some reason I thought Raiders was Nerazim. Alright. Whatever the case may be. He got Protoss. Kala. Great. GLHF. So manner. Okay. So... Oh, this is one of those matchups that I think is difficult for Kala. In the current state of Hepta, Raptors can kind of stop you from making a really forward pylon with cannons. Because Raptors, let's say like you want to defend the ground like right here, right? Well, Raptors just jump over any of this spot, and then that means you have to like make a pylon and a cannon here as well. And it's like, oh man, it's just a lot of extra stuff you have to do. Okay, boom. This is one of the two builds that I think Kala, personally, right? My experience. Not that I'm always right. I never claim to be always right. That'd be arrogant. But one of the two builds I think you could do is you make 2 gates and you just attack the fucker with zealots, right? Because they're always going to expand because they just get a hatchery. Oh, Rennie doesn't have a spawning pool against 2 gates. Uh-oh. Sorry, Rennie. You're not playing infested now, pal. You can't just make a fucking infested commander with no units and expand. Anyway, point being, you can pretty much make zealots and attack and then do some damage to them and try to beat whatever it is the swarm turn into, because the swarm can like tech off of one base and their gas, right? So depending on what that tech is, you could potentially beat and also the zealots just give you like ground dominance for a while. So this is all good. Rennie does not seem to have even fucking scouted this Joker yet. Yeah, see? No scouting. He has no idea what's going on. He's relying on his overlord and suspecting that things are just going to work. Oh, here we go. 3 zealots. What does Rennie have? He has like a not built hatch. Oh, his spawning pool's done. Wow, that's a quick... You know what? That spawning pool built really fast, right? Like, okay, whatever. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I just didn't see it. It's always possible. Okay, so he does have some Zerglings making... If he makes a really quick sunken, this will be fine, but I don't think he actually knows what's happening yet. So these 3 zealots, he's just like hanging out in his base like, yeah, this is a cool game. Oh shit, 3 zealots! Okay, so... We really want to see how this is going to like play out. And it looks like he's hanging out behind the minerals. And this is giving him a lot of time to just like prepare, right? Admittedly, the economies are likely even because he's not mining at this natural. But it's hard to say what you're supposed to do in this situation. But the zealots are going to just like sit here and be annoying in the minerals, right? Like without a doubt. But at the same time, they're also not doing too much either way. So this is an interesting build. He's teching, going with the Cyber Core. We're going to see what he's going to change into with that tech. And again, this is just a bit of a stalemate, right? Like nothing's going to happen. Rennie doesn't want to like engage in this ridiculous fight, but he is going to go into armored mode, where they where they end up going into I mean, he could fight this. This would be cool. They do end up getting damage reflected. Fuck you. But he's just gonna die because again, like he's gonna do damage, but it's like the Zerglings are going to heal now, right? And he's kind of lost that big early game punch you get for like doing this build, right? And Rennie is already on his 3rd base, so on his 3rd base, he's making a 3rd base, whereas WildCard is getting his 2nd. So this is pretty. Overlord speed, so he's scouting. What sort of tech is he going with? Okay, now he's getting his lair. So 3 bases, and then he starts teching. That's fine. The Zerglings here, he does have enough Zealots to hold this, because in StarCraft 2, walls actually work compared to Brood War. That one Zealot getting isolated, though, you hate to see this sort of thing happen. You hate to see this sort of thing happen. But I guess it happened. The same with those Zealots. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure there was no workers killed. Yeah. So he basically has lost 4 Zealots, and Rennie has lost 8 Zerglings. Not an even trade, by the way. Actually, I guess it sort of is, because, well, no, Zerglings cost 50 for 2. So, whatever. Oh, he's fine here. He's not going to die. So that's good. I mean, that's always like an advantage in the matchup, right? Not being dead. But for how long? So Rennie's basically... Here's my prediction, okay? We're going to see... Yeah, it's part of my prediction, actually. We're going to see Rennie get 3 bases, maybe a 4th, and he's going to make lots of Hydralisks and then kill him. Because that's how it works. They can expand, get more money. Look at this income difference! This is fucked up! I'm so upset I hit the upgrades key. This income difference, right? So he just has more money. And this money's going to be spent in Hydralisks. And the only way you could conceivably beat this is by pooping out really good storms. I like this Dragoon, not letting the Overlord just completely scout for free. Of course, it can still run, it could still get by, but at the very least, it's not happening for free. But he's not letting that... He's letting that Overlord know he's not taking any shit from him. So this is great. Okay, also WildCard. Again, holding the front, the shield battery, the tight wall. The sentry also gives fucking 2 damage reduction from Guardian Shield here. So it's great. Zealots have 1 armor, so they end up taking a lot less. Zap him. Zap him good. Okay. He's also getting leg speed, for what it's worth. No upgrades. So, Raptors. I didn't even see these. They're so quick! I can't even see them, and I'm not even playing the fucking game! This shit's overpowered. The funny thing is, every single one of the early units has been nerfed, like the early harass units, but Raptors just get a buy. They're so good! They just fly everywhere. I hate Raptors. Like, what do you have to do? Just sit in your base, every single front covered? Oh, it's so bullshit. Anyway, so we have 3 bases, 4th hatchery. Again, double evolution chamber, range, missile attacks, fine. Upgrades in these, fine. He's gonna make Hydralisks. This is for Hydralisks, it's fine. Okay, so it's really on WildCard, I forgot his name, to do something about this, right? Repulsors are a great choice because repulsors can bounce everything back that the Zerg has. I think if you want to stand a fighting chance against any Zerg all in, which why wouldn't they ever just do one, right? Because you can't expand safely against them at least. You just have to get repulsors, and then you have to hope, right? You have to pray to RNGesus that you're not going to lose, and if it goes Mutalisks, then you also have to get like Storm in the process, right? Repulsors and Storm are the way to do it. So getting all your gas is good, which it looks like he has here. He's also getting Corsairs. I think this is a viable option in terms of handling Corsair or Mutalisks, any sort of air, and it also lets you get a scout. That's what was traditionally done in Brood War. Although it's coming quite late, so Rennie could possibly like do something about it. Like he has Hydralisks now. I believe he even has like the move speed options and stuff. Yeah, he's making Hydralisks now. So again, like I said, he's just going to attack with the front door break. I suspect this is going to be very difficult to hold without Storm. So he has to kill his own pylon in a rage. That's fine. You know, the pylon was asking for it. So you just have leg speed and repulsors. The only problem I see here is repulsors and zealots aren't really friends. They don't get along. They live on opposite sides of like the street. No, opposite sides of the fucking universe and how they want to do. Zealots want to get in there and poop on stuff, and the repulsors just shoot them away, right? Nobody likes them. They just get rid of everything except Dragoons. Dragoons love repulsors. They're like, hey dude, yeah, keep these like Zerglings off of me while I just sit here with my 120 health and 80 shields. Thanks. Anyway, so that's the thing. Hey, just while interesting note, right? The Dragoon has this slow aiming thing, but in Brood War, they only had slow aiming when they were attack moving. If you held position, slow aiming did not take effect. So I think that's one disadvantage for the Dragoons, but they do have a lot of health, seemingly to compensate for that. So we have a lot of Lings, a lot of Hydralisks, so it looks like WildCard is doing pretty well, despite, you know, me passively insulting him and whatnot. That's fine. He's going for his 3rd base as well. This seems good. Rennie is on his 4th base, so as long as he holds this 3rd base, that's pretty good. He's in a good situation here. we look at all the production, the units, what's the income look? That's what the tab you want to look at the most. So Renie has more income, but this is somewhat expected, right? Because Protoss are just sort of more efficient. It'd be nice to see him hold this ramp if he could, right? Just do not let him get up on this high ground. Use that high ground advantage. A few pylons coming out here. So this is good. This is very fantastic, actually. We see a hive. Lurkers are going to be done. So we're seeing a very similar to Brood War style PvZ. But starting with like a 2-gate and the Protoss not dying instantly because you can actually wall your ramp reliably in StarCraft 2. Oh, that's so nice, isn't it? And Renie coming in. Again, his 4th base is here, but WildCard's going to be getting a 3rd base and another Geyser. That Geyser is Storm, right? Assuming he gets Storm. I mean, I think you could get through earlier parts of the game without Storm, but you definitely want something to, like, kill this massive ball of efficiency, right? Oh my gosh, and these little fucking bastards that just have these buffs. Look at this, 20 attack and movement speed to non-armored, right? What's this other one? Endurance, 1 armor and 2 regen to non-armored. So it's like, man, 1 armor on everything. That's pretty good. He's breaking these rocks. That's probably good. He wants to be able to, like, you know, eventually, I assume, Mr. Man here, Protoss, Kala, WildCard, I should probably say specific things, is going to, like, take this base. And having the opportunity to be able to move between these two, right, is going to be good, as well as up the center. And in the back, as we see here. Okay, so he's going in. He looks like he was, like, pissing them off with those things, with these Zerglings, and then drew the base over there. So a lot of Dragoon and Repulsor, a lot of very Dragoon-heavy army, but with the Repulsors, I think it's fine. As long as the Repulsors stay behind the Dragoons, that's the key thing, right? Uh-oh, we're seeing Repulsors fall. You want these to really be behind there, if you can help it. And it looks like there's just going to be too much of a spread. Renie has too many damn units, and he might lose. He might lose. Without the Storm, like I said, it seems really hard without the Repulsors. And again, these Corsairs, unfortunately, they do not do anything against, like, the ground units, right? That's why I think it's okay to get 1 or 2 to scout, and when you see no mutas, fuck it, right? And then you go into something else. You do other things, like Storm. But that's the thing. Corsairs cannot shoot ground. If each of those Corsairs had gas was maybe spent to some Storms, that might have been okay. Or something, right? That's the thing, is that if they end up attacking ground and you have only AA, that sucks. If they end up attacking air and all you have is, like, Zealots, oh, that sucks too. So it can be really hard to kind of balance that composition against Swarm as, like, the Kala. I think that's part of, like, what makes the matchup hard in general, but also the fact that it's very difficult to... He's redoing it. Also the fact that it's just very difficult to get that expansion. Okay, so I don't want to miss the accept here. I want to hit that accept right away, then I'm going to look at Twitch chat.